Hey guys, I forgot something as usual, like I always do. Talking about antennas, Adam sent us some pictures. He's got a 6 meter J pole he's building, and I'm going to include pictures of this at the end of this. If y'all got any questions about it, shoot me a comment and I'll get the information on it. He hadn't got it up yet, but it looks like going to make a pretty good looking antenna. So the pictures will be on the end with the usual slides, and the video will follow this. Thanks a lot, guys. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's KB5MIQ Big Boy with old ham radio cat up here stirring up stuff today. Since she got feeling better, she's become a lot more sassier cat than what she was. But guys, we had 851 subscribers. Man, I really appreciate it. We fixed to do another giveaway here at 900, and really appreciate everybody subscribe to the channel. Guys, I've been trying to improve my channel as I go along and get a lot of help from other hams with it. Y'all seen my intro and outro videos. We're going to keep using them. I have finally figured out how to put links to other videos and sites on my description. So, I've already done it on my last video, but I already had the video done. I just want to see if I can make it work. I did. So I'm going to go ahead and on this video in the description, I'm going to have a link to Suburban DX and WX0V Scott's Logbook of the World YouTube video. And you guys is interested in Logbook of the World, and answers lots of questions. Also, one of our previous winners, Chris Howell, sent me a link to a archived bunch of ham radio information they've got archived online. And there's old call books, there's magazine articles, information from just a ton of information. I hadn't gone through it all yet myself. But that link will be on there. Scott, Chris, I appreciate the help with all this. And y'all check them out. Those links will be in the description. Y'all keep watching out for old Vern 6. What's up with 6? KV5SIX. He's got a good channel still going. NV8OX and Kevin. I remember this right. K3 KTB. Both of them new YouTubers getting their channels going, and give them a look, check their stuff out. Okay, guys, we're gonna talk a little bit about something today. Seeing lots of questions on antennas, 10 meters, 2 meters, everything else. And I guess social media is going to be our new go-to. It's like being a YouTube mechanic, I guess. But I still like to promote research and having research materials on hand. But I thought I would go ahead and just talk about the different types of antennas that the 10 meter group uses. I may have covered this in and out in some other videos, but 10 meters has been opening up here lately, and we're getting some check-ins at night. And we worked at the Japanese station right before the group the other night, and we had several Pacific Northwest guys checking in with us. And it makes 10 meters makes it a lot of fun, and the antennas don't have to be that elaborate. Now, just give you a rundown of what the main members of the group are running. I'm running a 2-element MFJ Moxon Yagi up at 50 feet, and I've got a rotor on mine. All right. W5DLX Cody has got us a simple wire dipole made. No balun on it, just a simple wire dipole up probably 15 feet. Adam, W5AH, WW5AH, I believe I keep getting his call. He changes calls a lot. I can't keep them straight. Y'all seen the video of his loop antenna. Alright. Jeff and Tim, WD5HKV, KF5TKY, are both running a homemade rotatable dipole made out of old tent poles and getting excellent results out of it. Both of them just manual turn their pole. Tim's really got a good setup. He's got his pole right by the window of his shack, He just slides his window out and got a clamp on it, reaches around there and turns it, so it works real good. Kent, K1ENT, when he started out with the group with us, he was running the Antron 99 vertical, which we've talked before about the loss from this difference in polarization, especially on ground wave. But his, it seems to work for a couple of reasons. Sometimes I have to turn my antenna more down on him to hear him good, but he's got his mounted on the peak of a 16-foot at the peak metal building shop right in the middle of it, on top of a metal building, and the antenna is probably another 17 feet long, so he's getting almost 40-foot air to the tip end of the antenna with a heck of a ground plane off the shop. Plus, he runs an amp with it. So we able, all of us are pretty much able to work him most of the time, unless 10-meter ground wave is getting a little weird. And sometimes that's just some of the weirdness of 10 meters, it'll do that. Sometimes it works good, sometimes we'll have a noise level. But if we don't have much of a noise level, especially if the band's not open, we're all able to work him pretty good. He just put up a loop antenna, a wire loop antenna, and I think it's a full wave on 160, and it seems to be working real good. So, guys, if you got to put an antenna up for 10 meters right now, and you don't have a lot of money, or you got antenna restrictions where you live, a simple wire dipole is the easiest antenna you can put up with, and with the exception of the coax, you probably got enough junk around the house to build it out of. You guys that live in a restricted HOA, a 10-meter wire dipole is going to be about 16 feet, few inches overall length. Put it up inside your attic. Go up the peak of your ceiling and just hang it in there. Insulate it off some way, tie it off, something where it's not, you don't have a metal nail or anything run into it, but run it right in the attic. Nobody will see it. 10-meter band's open, it'll work fine. These loops, if you got enough room, if you got to live out in the country, got enough room to experiment, build anything. Put anything up you want. The ARRL handbooks has got information in them, and the ARRL antenna handbook is an excellent source of information on how to build your own antennas. A lot of guys are looking at VHF stuff. If you'll go back and look at one of my earlier videos where I built a 3-element 2-meter Yagi out of an old TV antenna. Jeff got one of those old, huge broadcast TV antennas, found it from somewhere, and there was enough metal in it that we built 4 3-element 2-meter Yagis out of it. He's got one, Cody's got one, I got one, and Tim's got one. And they work great. That's the antenna we use with those 5-watt Bofang talkies to make a 100-mile simplex contact from the mountain back here to DeKalb, from Queen Wilhelmina Mountain back to DeKalb. Experiment with this hobby. A lot of people are going to tell you, you have to buy this, you have to buy this, or do this way. I don't tell you that. I've always run this hobby on a budget, and if you've got the money to go full tilt into it, by all means go for it. But don't let that keep you from enjoying it. Get you a decent radio and build you an antenna. Making a contact off an antenna you built for yourself is a lot of fun, especially with the 10-meter band opening up right now. Main trading company in Paris has got more used gear on there right now than I've seen in a long time, and he's got some good-looking rigs on there. There's one rig on there that caught my eye, especially if you guys that are techs and like to run QRP. You might want to check this rig out. He's got an ICOM, I believe, a 575. It's a little odd radio they made back in the 80s. It's just a 2-band HF rig. It's 10 meters and 6 meters, all mode, 10 watt. And I believe it's got a built-in power supply. And he's got a pretty decent price on it. It's clean as a pin. So check that out. And check his other used gear out. Alright, we've got several things coming up here. There's going to be some slides about the 4 States Amateur Radio Club tailgate sale in April. I've got another slide for one down in Baytown. And I've got a slide that I believe the Atlanta, Texas club is fixing to start a class for a general license class. I'm going to put that on there. Guys, remember those videos, or the links will be in the description. And remember Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas. Check him out for your ham radio stuff, especially used gear. Again, I appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel. I really enjoy putting these out for you. We're going to keep trying to improve the channel as we go, but I'm still going to keep my same way of putting information out. Thanks again. This is KB5MIQ Big Boy 73.